Big game tomorrow.
So it
College
should
football.
be no shock to any. Okay,
Giants.
What do you guys think about Etienne?
I like him. He's just so touchdown dependent.
Boom.
Is it time to hit the button?
Yep.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the Pivot. What are we on here?
Week 8.
Week 8. NFL season week 8 also,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Show 8, week 8.
Crazy
Welcome.
Eights. Crazy Eights.
Crazy Eights.
We'll get this out of the way. We're brought to you here by, I almost did it perfectly that time. Vast Bank. We're executively produced by no other than Toby Bielkini. And I'm Matt Lyons. We're produced over here by Jared. And we got the star of the show in the house for consecutive weeks on weeks now.
Yep.
Juice.
There he is.
Here, man.
I mean, we've been here, guys. We've been here consistently.
Yeah.
We're a little late last week, but we've been here. Computer hasn't been as consistent. Jared cracking
Jared's been
beers
crushing
has
the
been,
Mickey
has
Ultras.
been consistent
Yep.
for sure. So
Matt's fridge is full of beers, so I mean,
That's,
I gotta help him get rid of them.
the girlfriend hadn't been here in a while.
What a good friend.
Well, let's start off. Let's do a little hindsight. Let's talk about last week. Decent week for the three of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
All three of us got above 16th place
Wow.
in a.
What did the show finish?
The show finished in 14th.
And what were the stars of the show lineup?
We had Tua, Pacheco, Ford, who started out great and then got hurt, Curtis Samuel, Tyreek Hill, who did Tyreek Hill things, A.J. Brown, Mayer for the Raiders, Rasheed Rice, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Yes, he did good,
Good.
right?
He got 17 points, and then the Chiefs D, 10 points.
I had a similar lineup that got fifth. The difference
Yep.
was I played Hurts, and I hit with some cheapness with Palmer and Bobo.
Bobo.
Good calls.
Yep, good
Bobo.
good plays.
Couple scary clicks there, right?
Yep.
It's hard to click the Bobo button, but he got a touchdown that wasn't ruled a touchdown. That they had to go back to the replay to give him a touchdown. I was like, yeah. Anyway, he could have done more, but
Yeah, and you started Hurts instead of Tua in that game.
yeah, I was on Love and Dobbs, who would have had 2 touchdowns that went through his hands, and then I got caught by another Green Bay receiver.
Yep.
Did you see that play?
I saw that play.
But Love trading up to Hurts was a good, smart play. So, what about you, Juice? What was the highlight of your lineup?
I mean, I played Hurts as well. A.J. Brown.
Okay, so we played a lot of same
Uh,
stuff.
Yeah, Jerome Ford, we were talking pre-show. Like, I was like, I had him everywhere, and I'm looking at watching Red Zone. He rips off that 70-yard touchdown. I'm like, here we go.
Right,
Here
big
we
week.
go. Big week, and then he just gets injured.
So you started Red Zone last week.
I did.
What, did you like it?
I liked it. Yeah, I love Red Zone.
Yeah.
You never watched Red Zone before?
No, I have. I just hadn't pulled the trigger yet this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do with that Red Zone.
I know, that's
don't
what I
watch.
watch.
I can't watch a game.
You know what I've been doing is I've been watching NFL Network
Mm-hmm.
instead. They have like a live game day show,
Okay.
and they just kind of bounce around from game to game. So it's
Very-
not, it's
very
not
similar.
the same. I do like the guy that hosts Red
Yeah.
Zone.
Yep.
He's amazing.
Yes, he does. Scott Hansen, I think.
The Witching Hour. I love
The Witching
Hour.
Hour. 7 hours of football.
We have now approached the Witching Hour. I love it. I love it.
Well,
NBA
Yeah.
started too this past week, which has been consuming a little bit of my time as well.
yeah. I hope it doesn't take away from your NFL
No.
expertise here. But you started off good with the first couple nights here.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good.
Who were the highlights?
Last night I played a lot of KD, who went off.
Did you play the kid from Cleveland that was with the Heat? What's his name? That had 5 3-pointers or whatever. What is that guy's
I
name?
don't know.
Max Struess?
There, yeah, Max Struess.
No, I didn't play him. That was 2 nights ago, I believe.
Right.
Yeah. Last night I played some AD. He had 61 DraftKings.
Wow.
points. He rebounded. So it was a good night. I mean, I finished in the top, 20 in a couple of big GPPs. So it was good.
Well, Jared, tell us about the.
Millionaire Maker.
Yes.
All right, so they had Patrick Mahomes, a quarterback, with 37.86 points. He had 4 passing touchdowns last week.
The guy we played in cash.
Jamar Gibbs for Detroit had 27.6 fantasy points. He had 9 receptions. That all came pretty much in the
Garbage
fourth
time.
quarter. Yep. Ford for Cleveland, 17.4. He was still in the Millionaire Maker lineup. Palmer for the
Word.
Chargers.
Was Bobo in there?
Rashee Rice was in there. Josh Downs.
Oh.
Travis Kelce with 38.9. Deontay Foreman. This makes sense. 4,800. Got 33 fantasy points.
He was the must-have.
Yep. And then the Commanders got 9 points at
Played Foreman the week
3,500.
before.
They had a total of 228 fantasy points.
228.
The millionaire maker?
Not a huge week.
Not a
Like,
huge
Nope.
week.
And now they're $1 million richer.
unless it was a duped
It'll be
lineup.
us this week.
Yeah.
It'll be us this week.
What'd you say?
I said unless it's a duped lineup.
Yeah, unless it's a duped lineup.
Okay. Well, let's move on to this week, right?
Yep.
And we ready for 50-cent pieces?
Forward-thinking show. I thought we were going to do injury reports.
Oh, I like injury report.
Injury reports.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Give us an injury report, Juice. Who's there? Who's coming back? Is Higgins back?
Justin Fields is doubtful.
Not
I'm
playing.
going to go position by position.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence has a questionable tag. Participated in practice on Thursday, so it sounds more precautionary. Kyler Murray is out, but he's getting closer to coming back. Oof. Yeah. Brock Purdy is questionable. That's a big one, I believe.
Yes,
Concussion?
I think he's declared out.
Has he been declared
Yeah,
out?
Sam Darnold will be starting.
Okay. Deshaun Watson is also questionable. He didn't participate in Thursday's
I
practice.
think PJ Walker may be better anyway.
What a roller coaster of a year for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo is also questionable.
I heard he is back.
Okay. He did participate in practice yesterday.
Yes.
Tannehill is also questionable.
I believe he's out.
Who cares, really?
Yeah.
Let's move to running back. The big ones are
Wow,
Saquon.
a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we name half the league there?
Seems like it. Saquon Barkley is banged up. That's
Per
a
the
big one.
usual.
Yeah.
He'll probably play.
He'll probably play. Raheem Mostert is a big one.
What's his status?
He was a limited participant in practice Thursday, so probably trending towards playing.
Good. Need him to play.
This is, I think, a big one in my opinion. Kenneth Walker III
Okay.
did not participate in Thursday's practice, but they're thinking it might just be a maintenance thing.
Okay.
But if he's out,
They don't like Dallas.
it's the
DJ
kid from
Dallas?
UCLA.
No, he's hurt too, isn't he?
No, he's back.
Oh wow. Ooh.
He could be a value. Jerome Ford is questionable, but looking like he'll play.
I'd rather he not. I have a lot of strong junior and weak season long.
Kareem Hunt is also he was limited, but he looks like he'll play.
Let's let Strong have the bulk of it this week, guys.
Zach Moss was a limited participant.
Good. Let Jonathan Taylor run.
Free Taylor, yeah. Let's go to receiver. Let's see. Tyreek banged up. He could miss.
So I thought he declared himself playing, didn't he?
Yeah, he practiced in full. He's still limited, but he practiced in full yesterday. Like, did all the normal drills. So
I
he's
said he was limited, so I don't know if that's doing all the normal. But
He just made two different announcements
Yeah,
there. I
he
think
did.
he said he was limited and practiced
Well,
in
okay,
full.
based off of what-
all in the
Conflicting there.
same report there.
this is not financial advice.
No.
We're giving out here.
he's gonna play. Basically, is what it looks like.
I think Jared really wants him to play.
Yeah, I do.
Yes,
Of course I do.
Jared.
Jalen Waddle's also a little banged up. Just FYI.
I'm a little worried about Jalen Waddle. That back tightening up stuff that did not look good last
No, it didn't.
week.
He did come back though.
He came back into the game
Yeah,
from the back stuff.
yeah. He came back and got like 4 more catches.
Did he?
Yeah, I watched that game.
Okay.
Debo is out, and then Tyler Lockett did miss practice on Thursday. So those are the big names.
Bobo.
Bobo season,
He's
baby.
lurking, baby.
And then tight end, nothing really that we need to worry about on the tight end spot.
Yeah. Tight end's dirt.
Yep, it is.
It's
Well, that's
dirt
Kelsey
anyway.
or dirt. Kelsey Andrews or dirt. Okay. We ready to 50% piece this
Yeah.
thing?
Sure.
So this portion of the show where Juice will tell us what games that Vegas has going over 50. We'll discuss games we like to go high, and maybe ones we're going to fade. I know the answer to this, so
I do have a question before
I'm
we
going to
get
sit
started.
this one out.
I do have a question. We did not get this music from Pornhub, did we?
No, that's the intro. Or that's
Okay.
that's the music that takes us into the show. Jared swears
Just wanted to
swears he has no idea that that's also maybe on Pornhub.
I did not get it from Pornhub. We just shop at the same place, I guess.
Yeah. So, I think I have information on 50-cent pieces. So, Jared, I'll let Jared do
Jared, how
the.
many games?
I'm gonna go with 3.
Hold on. No.
Was it bad?
Let's see the laugh track. In fact, just go through the whole thing.
So it's 1. Must be 1.
Keep going the laugh.
Tell me what I.
Is it 20? All right, what is it?
0?
0?
I don't think. I think the highest one is 48. maybe.
As the late Father Gaffney used to say, the ought not.
So the Monday night game, Las Vegas, Detroit doesn't help.
Nope.
And what is the Sunday? Chicago, LA definitely doesn't help.
Nope.
Okay, so we got nobody on bye, but a bunch of shitty
Yeah.
games evidently.
No.
Nobody
I
on bye,
wouldn't
but no
say- I
points.
wouldn't say they're bad. I would say they're just sort of middle of the road type.
So let's start talking favorites here. What is the highest scoring game on the slate?
The highest as of right now is the Patriots Dolphins at 47,
Okay.
Wow.
followed up by the Chiefs and Broncos also at 47. What I find interesting in both those games, we've got
One team that sucks.
high implied team totals for two
One
teams.
sucks.
Yeah. So the other game that's getting a little bit of two more: Raiders and Lions at 46, Bears and Chargers at 46.5.
So if we're gonna pick favorite, you want to pick? Because I have 2 favorites. So if you pick the other one, I'll pick the.
I like the Kansas City Denver game.
You do?
Yeah, for a couple pieces.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Denver gonna score it all? We think. Kansas City's defense has been pretty good.
They have been good. I think Denver's defense has been sneaky, getting better as well.
I like the Monday night game, Detroit, LA or Vegas in the Dome with Garoppolo coming back.
What do we think happened to the Lions last week?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They got absolutely destroyed.
I think
Also, Lamar Jackson just showed up.
they were dual loss.
Yeah, I mean, I can handle a loss, but man, they just did not
did-
show up.
It was 21-0, like in 5 minutes into the game.
I mean, it was never a competitive game.
So what's your favorite, Juice? I didn't get to say my second favorite, so I'll say
Go for the second favorite.
Carolina, Houston.
Okay.
I think that we get the 2 quarterback duel here. I think we'll get some points out of that.
If you like narratives, that's a good narrative, I think.
I think so. Plus, Houston likes to throw it. Why wouldn't Carolina throw it? They're not going to,
I think C.J. Stroud's going to come out with a big chip on his shoulder in that game.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
There's a few pieces I like from that game.
I think, anyway, we'll talk when we build lineups, but there's a tough choice, I feel like.
Another game I think is kind of sneaky is the Rams-Cowboys,
Yeah.
45.5.
Cowboys coming off a bye. They're fresh. They need to put up some impressive performance. Both those teams can move the ball.
Yeah. So I think, there's some spots I think we can attack for sure.
Anything else you like there, Jared, before we move on?
No, I think that covers most everything.
How about I go through real quick two games in the 30s? The Falcons
Talk
and
about
Titans,
games to fade.
35.5. I don't want any part of that game at all.
I can't imagine a part I want to play.
Another game that we actually talked about a little bit before show, the Jets and Giants, is 36.5.
Oh,
But
wow.
I don't know if that's a full fade.
I don't either. I think there's parts and pieces of that game I like.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Low scoring. I wanted the Jets and the Giants. That's pretty low scoring.
This is interesting to me, too. The Browns and Seahawks, 38. They're giving the Browns, I think, a lot of respect at defense.
And I think they just kind of take the air out of the ball, too, don't
Yeah, they do, for sure. Okay.
they? Okay. Let's talk ownership percentages, right?
Yeah.
Here we generally guess who the public will be playing this week. Again, this is main slate oriented. Rays League is Sunday, Monday. We don't have the Sunday, Monday numbers. We have the main slate numbers, so we'll be guessing from the main slate. We generally embarrass ourselves here.
Yes.
It's been particularly bad this year. Quarterback, huh? Who's Jared? Who is the public playing this week? You
I
think?
don't know. The public often has a different opinion than I do.
Yes,
Very often.
yes.
I would say very often.
They don't generally play NBA players in their lineup, so
Nope. Well, I guess let's go with Zach Wilson.
wow. That's got it.
So you're taking the quarterback from a 36.5 point.
You said that I would not guess it, so that was part of the strategy.
Okay, well,
You did guess it.
I can't even count down that low. I mean, it'll take too long. So that
Okay.
would be a bad.
Here's a real guess.
Okay.
Bagnett for Chicago.
Why don't you hit that again?
Playing the Chargers, he looked pretty good. He's only 4,900. Seems like a good bet.
He is the.
The public's not playing him.
They're not playing him. He is projected at 0% ownership.
Oh, really? Well, I guess
This might be a first.
I'll get to play him by myself.
Nobody's
That's
pressing.
that's your Millie Maker
Yeah.
right there.
I'm gonna go. Well, okay. This isn't updated, so Sam Darnold's not a guess right now.
Actually, he is. He's third. He's seventh.
Ooh, a little better. But I was just talking about him. I'm gonna go Mahomes.
Number 2.
Yeah.
No, what? I thought you said we wouldn't guess these things.
Well, I mean, I did.
You haven't guessed number 1.
You did.
Okay. Well, I definitely would have bet Mahomes. I was trying to find somebody that I would not be.
And you don't think we're gonna guess? I think Hurts.
Number 3.
Oh. Good.
Okay, fine. Then Herbert.
No.
Whatever. I'm gonna get the running back one though.
No, you're not. Actually, you're not going to get the running back.
Who's?
All right, I'll get top 5 in the
Let me
running back.
give you guys a hint. You guys have we've mentioned this game a little bit.
Stroud.
Yes. CJ
Oh,
Stroud.
wow. Okay.
Okay. I think that's a good play, public. Good,
Yeah, I like
6,300, cheap.
good job, public.
Yeah. Okay. So let me go from 5 to 1. So
How about, I mean, the
Kenny
public?
Pickett is 5th.
Okay.
Very cheap price tag, 4,900. Dak Prescott is 4th. Again, very low price, 6,100. Jalen Hurts is 3rd, Mahomes 2nd, and CJ Stroud is 1st.
We'll get there when we talk about quarterbacks. The Stroud thing's interesting because I think there's another good play that's not on the slate. So,
Okay.
and they are the same price. So, let's do this.
Running back.
Yeah.
Okay, so Juice has said that Jared will not get it, and me, of course. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but Jared always thinks he's gonna get it. So, Jared,
Can I give you guys a little hint?
Yeah,
Sure.
It sounds like we're gonna need it.
I puked a little bit when I saw this play.
Wow.
Okay. Is it Gus Edwards?
Where does he come up with this? I mean, like,
I thought I was like,
Like,
that's a good.
Is it not on there?
I thought that was a decent guess.
Yeah.
And you said puke. Okay, so.
well, yeah.
Is he not in the top 10?
He's not in the top 20, my man.
Yeah, I don't. I was like,
Arizona's not great against the run. He just had a massive
I
week
definitely
last
would
week.
have puked a little
He's only
bit.
5,500.
And
The
I
public
would've-
is kind of dumb.
I would have.
Not the smartest group.
I would have puked a little bit.
Okay.
Let's figure this out.
It wasn't a horrible guess. Okay. I was a little bit harsh on that. I apologize. Okay. Number
Brees
one.
Hall.
Number 2.
Oh, nice.
I love Brees Hall this week, by the way.
He's weirdly priced.
Is it Daryl Henderson?
No.
Okay. I'm out. I don't know.
Give us
No idea.
5 through 1
Okay.
here.
Number 5 is DeAndre Swift.
Okay, that's
Number 4, Jonathan Taylor.
okay.
Number 3, Isaac Pacheco.
Oh, okay.
Number 2, we did guess Brees Hall. And number 1, Joe Mixon.
I almost said Mixon because you said you puked. I almost got that one.
Joe Mixon, really?
Plus, he's playing.
I'm not gonna. If you guys want to play Joe Mixon, you're on your own.
He
island.
plays San Fran too.
Yeah, San Francisco. What is this? See, this is why I said the public is dumb. This doesn't make any
nobody-
sense to me.
Be nice to the public. That's
The
not-
public opinion.
I think what they're thinking. I think a lot of people are thinking that Brock Purdy will be out. They're out. They're minus Debo Samuel. So
I'm just gonna run the ball a bunch.
probably a ball control type game.
So wide receiver.
Okay.
So they're thinking that this is the week where Joe Mixon gets his 150-point fantasy point week.
I don't know, 50.
He had one last
He
year.
had an explosion.
Oh, he
game
had 50
week.
last
He
He
had
had like
50
5 touchdowns. or
five something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are on to wide receiver.
You will not get the number 1 wide receiver.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. I'm going to give you the first 2 guesses then.
The first 2 guesses. I mean, I don't know. Let's go with Tank Dell.
He said a wide receiver
I
at least.
knew he was going to guess. I just knew he was going to guess Tank Dell. 5th.
Oh,
Nice.
okay, that's-
Not bad.
I said I'd give you the first
But
2.
I knew you were going to go Tank Dell.
Let's go with Josh Downs.
Number 3. Not
Wow,
bad. Not bad,
wow.
Jared.
Boom.
Very impressed.
Wow.
Very impressed.
Now, there's no way I'm gonna say Rice. Rashid Rice.
Nope. Not in the top
I'll
10.
give myself negative.
In fact, probably outside the top 20.
Well, they don't know what they're doing.
Obviously.
Play 5 through 1. Give us 5 through 1 on
Okay.
these.
Tank Dell is 5th. George Pickens is 4th.
Okay.
Josh Downs is 3rd. Jordan Addison is 2nd.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Zay Flowers is number 1.
everybody
Zay
loves Zay Flowers.
I do not get the obsession with Zay Flowers.
I guess he gets a lot of targets.
Let's see here. How many targets does he even get? 6, 8, 11 over the last 3
No,
weeks.
not for me.
6 was last week?
Yeah,
Ugh. No.
against Detroit. And that's whenever Lamar threw 4 touchdowns. None of them were to him.
Here's my issue with Zay Flowers. We had an absolute explosion game from Lamar Jackson last week, right?
Yep.
And what did Zay Flowers do last week?
He did
He did okay.
11 points, 4 catches for 75 yards.
I mean, his biggest explosion this year has been 17.7 drops.
Yeah, it's not been a lot.
I mean, it's not like he's setting the world on fire.
no.
Like, you give me Josh Downs, okay, like we've seen explosion weeks from him, right?
Absolutely. And he's way cheaper than Zay Flowers
Yeah,
is.
I don't know. He's not in my player pool.
I just don't love playing Baltimore receivers, period.
I like Andrews. I had a little bit of Andrews last week, and that worked out.
Well, good transition because we has a. Moving on to tight end.
Okay.
Popular tight end. Who's the public playing at tight end, Jared?
They're just going to go
We'd
with.
agree this is the hardest position to guess. Right?
They're just going to
It's not the hardest position.
Oh,
just going to
not.
send it to Travis Kelsey.
You guys always make this more complicated.
It's Travis Kelsey.
He's number 2.
Okay.
Then I'll go Laporta. Oh wait, he's not on that slate. Andrews.
Number 4.
Oh,
I've
that's
always told you guys, you just guess.
he
Kelsey
threw us
and
off though.
and-
Let's just go down the salary
Goddard.
list. Hawkinson.
Number 5.
Goddard.
No,
Oh, none.
he's number 9.
Wow. Okay, so they're really Schultz.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Very good. One thing I've noticed is that if the number 1 quarterback, whoever the number 1 quarterback is, there's usually a correlated play somewhere.
Somewhere, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense.
So I think that's the correlation with Stroud is the Dalton Schultz.
So let's quickly discuss popular defenses this week.
Mm-hmm.
You could just probably fire 5 through 1, or we could guess. I don't care. I'm gonna guess somebody cheap. I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
Not a bad guess. They are number 5.
So it's the Bengals.
Number 1.
There you go.
How did you know that?
Because they like Joe Mixon. That's why. That's how I knew.
That's very smart, actually. Correlated play.
Yep.
And they're cheap, and they're playing a banged-up San Francisco team.
Oh, I think that's the first one you've earned this year.
Maybe.
Well, good job. Look at you correlating plays.
Jared is.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
Not just a producer anymore, boys. Not just a producer anymore. Not just throwing
I would like to insert how impressed I am right
Yes,
now.
not just throwing Derrick Henry in the mix here anymore. He's here. He's
Is
more.
Derrick Henry an option on defense? I'll pick him.
Have you heard the rumor that he's going to the Ravens?
I heard that, yeah, they're shopping him.
That'd be awesome.
That'd
Yeah.
be crazy.
That would be awesome.
You know what else would be crazy? The Eagles. Try deal with that.
Wow.
Well, but they've got DeAndre Swift.
I know, but just imagine if they had both. Like,
Yeah.
Right. Their tush push would get even better.
it'd just be crazy. They'd be crazy.
Look, can I talk about the tush push? That play is unstoppable.
It is.
Only
Like
for one team.
literally.
I know.
plenty
Nobody
other-
else can do it.
Plenty
they
of other
can do.
teams that make themselves look stupid trying to do it.
So the Eagles went for it on 4th and 1 on their own 25-yard line.
Can we talk about why the Bills aren't doing it? Like, the Bills threw a pass on 4th down where they were a half a yard from the end zone, and they have a 6'6" quarterback.
Josh Allen weighs a lot more than Hurts does. Literally, they pick him up, put them on the defensive line, and then they push them all in. That's how they
It's
do
pretty
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's very effective. It's very great for the Hurts people who are playing Hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start. You guys want to start building the line? Let's talk about who Jared's going to make us play this week. Who are the lock and loads? Who has to be in the lineup?
I mean, a reason why
Yeah.
I guess
Can we keep this down to maybe 4?
These aren't locker modes, but these are the players that I've been focusing on.
Let's just go with one.
Okay, I really like Josh Downs. I like his price. I like his opportunity. Josh Downs.
Okay. That's not who I thought you were going to say.
Nope.
Isn't that a tough matchup this week?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, I guess New Orleans defense is, they're salty, but
Interesting. Okay.
He's just looked
give
extremely
give us the other three that were in consideration.
well. Tank Dell.
Okay.
And then who's the? Oh, I liked Gus Edwards this week.
Gus Edwards. Yeah.
I will veto that insertion.
It's Arizona, and Baltimore just looked.
The next time he catches
Extra
a pass,
explosive.
text me, okay?
He had a 75-yard catch last week.
Okay. But the next time.
So
I didn't ask you to talk to me about last time. I
so
mean, clearly you did. Obviously, I knew that. I mean,
That is awesome. That's good.
okay, so we said no to Edwards. Sounds like Tank Dell's a consideration.
yeah, I don't have to have Edwards. I just like him as
Let's
a.
talk about Nico Collins if we're going to talk Tank Dell.
I
too.
like Nico Collins too. He just I think Dell is kind of a lot cheaper. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at. I haven't considered him as much as I had Dell. He's only $600.
So if you were selling me a wide receiver stack this week, is it going to be C.J. Stroud and maybe Tank Dell and Nico Collins type of stack type thing?
I would not be against that at all.
I don't hate that. I don't.
We've done it once and it worked out
CJ
great.
Stroud, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell.
I don't know
Like
if I would
double
want all three, but I'm just saying even two of the three or all three I think are definitely should be in consideration. What about you, Juice? You got a guy that you feel like has to be in there, and what's
Yes.
your thoughts on Josh Downs?
I like Josh Downs.
He's gone up a little bit on price.
It's gone up a little bit. There's a lot of receivers sort of in that price range that I kind of like. Not necessarily in that price range, but just maybe paying a little bit more that I really, really like.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not vetoing that at all. Just I think it warrants more discussion on the receivers. I also think Nico Collins at 5,500.
He seems pretty darn cheap.
Yeah, I mean, he's not much more. So I think unless you want to play both of them, which, maybe you run him back with Thielen.
I definitely
are
want to run
talking
back
my
with Thielen.
language
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I want to play Thielen as well.
Well, then it sounds like if you want to play those players, then So let me present to something.
Real quick, one thing I do want to do this week is spend up on tight end. I don't want to do any dart throw, cheap dirt stuff. I want to go Kelsey or something else.
Well,
like
I've got a
that.
good run back for you. I might present with a cheap
Okay.
tight end, and you see what you think.
All right.
God, I lost my train of thought.
I
Let me present something to you guys.
Yep.
Main slate. This isn't a factor, but we have the Monday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Golf is $100 more than Stroud. And
At home.
against Vegas.
wow.
We love St. Brown, right?
Yep. We do.
We could run it back with cheap tight end Mayer.
We did that last week.
Well, he had a bad game last week, but Garoppolo's back. And Garoppolo, the last time they played, targeting 4 out of their first 5 plays.
Okay.
Just a little. So I like that. So we love St. Brown, all of us, right?
Yep.
We've been on the Sun God for years. We were early Sun God fans.
We got a question up there.
That's Jenny. And
And
Brady
then-
Miller.
Oh, we got Would Gibbs. Well, but
Would Gibbs and Waddle
I'll
for
come back to my thought. Let's get
Would
to
Gibbs and Waddle for Jamar be a disrespectful offer PPR redraft? No. I think I almost think you're giving up too much.
Oh, definitely not disrespectful.
No, I mean,
I might
Jamar-
disagree. I think Jamar with his 15 to 18 targets a game is pretty valuable. So
It is valuable.
I
But
think we saw the Gibbs game of the year, by the way, last week. So
we did. And Montgomery's coming back. So,
Yeah.
and Waddle, that back thing looked crazy bad.
I mean, I'd try it. It's not disrespectful.
It's
at
definitely
all.
not disrespectful, especially with Gibbs coming off the week he had.
It might not get you Jamar Chase, but it's worth the flyer.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Okay, so just real quick, golf, St. Brown, anybody? If we're gonna put our stack? I just want to put that out there. I like them both. This is where I, in building my own personal lineup for Rays League, came to said, wow, these guys are almost exact same price, and they both have really good matchup.
Maybe that should be your build, and then the show build we go Stroud.
I'm fine with golf and St. Brown. We might be able to fit St. Brown in this lineup somehow too. Anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in C.J. Stroud, who I really like this week.
I like
think
Stroud.
We all three like him.
And I think we should just go ahead and run it back with Thielen, right?
So are we gonna go both Tank and Nico, or are we just gonna go one?
Maybe
of the two?
just we'll pick one. Which one do you guys like better?
You know, there's also Dalton Schultz that's fairly cheap at tight end.
That's why if we're gonna double stack this, I almost think Dalton's the way to go.
So Dalton and then either Tank or Nico.
I say we take the cheap side of it, right?
Yeah, I think
Or do you want? I like Nico a lot though this week. He's been dominant. I mean, he's averaging like 20. He's got to be what, top 10 fantasy receiver?
yeah, he is. He's currently in the top 10. He looks really good. They tend to trade on good weeks though.
Yeah.
And
What do you think, Juice? I think that's a tough decision. I like Schultz. I don't like going both wide receivers because I think Schultz has become a pretty big part of this offense.
Let's save the salary and see what we're left
And
with.
go with Tank.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
should we just go ahead and lock in Cincinnati
And D,
at D? It's 2,200
Why?
because Stroud.
Oh.
Or not Stroud.
just for salary saving.
What's his name is playing?
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
It's not a bad defense play this week.
It's only 2,200. Yeah.
They're definitely chalky. They're up there.
I like playing chalk defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care to overthink it on defense.
What do you got? Sounds like you got something you're thinking about, though. What do you got over there?
I like Atlanta too against Tennessee. I have no idea who they're going to play a quarterback.
Yeah.
They're going to play the Kentucky kid.
Levis,
They've already announced that.
sign me up.
Boy, that's a good one too.
It is. Yeah, it's $700 more. So I mean, I'm fine with either. I don't care.
You know, this is a little crazy too, but just for a little bit more, Detroit at home against Las Vegas.
Yeah, I don't mind that. It's a little more expensive
Yeah,
too. But
it's a little
Garoppolo,
bit-
I think, is going to come back.
Yeah. You know what? Let's save the money. Let's play Cincinnati.
I'm fine with that.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, we made a lot of our lineup quick. We've got 2 running back slots and a flex, and 7,100 is not terrible at all.
Wait, did you throw Thielen in this lineup?
I did. I've
So I've got Stroud, Dell, Thielen, Schultz, and Bengals.
and Downs.
Oh, and Downs. Okay, that's what I meant. That's
That was his.
insertion.
Don't make me do it again. But I mean, I will. Don't force me.
Yeah. Okay. Man, we got a lot of salary here.
Randy has one second quick question. Let's
Yeah.
follow up with. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it. Thank you. Like and subscribe if you haven't, Randy.
Yes, please.
Devontae Smith or Ridley this week? Oh, I'm going to go Devontae.
Yeah, Devontae Smith. Ridley's been
Maybe,
not
don't
really
get me-
used a lot.
Don't get me wrong. Ridley could easily win this matchup, but I think you got to go with the Smith and the consistency of the Eagles' offense. What do you think, Juice?
I feel like Ridley's due.
I do think Ridley is definitely due.
He definitely could be. I watched that game last week and they threw the ball at him like 3 times.
That's tough. Give us your wide receiver lineup so we can pick at it and see if maybe you should be playing both those.
Yeah,
this
I
week.
like both of them to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's tough. Let me think about that a little bit.
Okay,
But
so
good
we-
question.
We are going to be we have used our wide receiver spot. So we're going to be talking about running back here for a little bit.
Can we talk really quick about wide receivers since we kind of went over it?
Sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, there are a lot of good spots at receiver this week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, you got Keenan Allen at home against Chicago.
Okay. On Sunday Night Football.
Amon Ra, not on
Monday-
the main slate, but Monday night against.
I think we should be playing St. Brown in our flex spot here if we can afford him.
yeah.
AJ Brown's been doing.
I mean, if we're going to play St. Brown Monday night, the Lions are the showcase. They're not. This isn't a Monday night game to show off Las Vegas. This is a Monday night game for NFL to show off their new improved Lions. It's in the Dome. If St. Brown is healthy, I can't imagine him not getting 18 targets. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
does Vegas have some corner I'm not aware of that's going to shut him down?
No.
Okay. I love St. Brown. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. This is good. I mean, Ridley is cheap at 5,800. We saw what
There's a reason he's cheap.
we saw what Jordan Addison did.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree that Jordan Addison's long touchdown was pretty lucky?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. But didn't he have 3?
He had 2.
2. Okay.
But the second one was where the mega points came from, and it was pretty lucky. We can agree on
It was definitely lucky.
George Pickens is getting a lot of steam this
that. Now
week.
Pickens is tough not to play. I mean, they keep throwing it at him.
5,600. Scary Terry McLaurin.
Isn't it Pittsburgh, Jacksonville?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of Etienne Pickens run back. If we want to look at that,
That could be one.
I do want to say I do like AJ Brown this week too. He had 15 targets last week, 32
it.
fantasy
He's
points.
How do you not
he's
love
been
AJ?
on another planet.
and I
this year.
love the fact that he wears the bright shoes, so we all know who
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
AJ.
the bright pink shoes.
I wish we could pay your fines. I appreciate it. With having you in fantasy, it makes life so much easier. The NFL, you suck. They all should color coordinate so we know which ones is which. Everybody is. NFL is way
Do you-
behind the times.
Do you know why he wears those bright pink shoes?
So his kid can see who
Yep.
it is. I love it. Go for it, AJ.
Yeah,
I,
you're-
great.
you're
You're helping us too, because I don't have Devontae Smith on my team, so I want to know it's you. So
but yeah, he's playing Washington too, so it should be pretty.
and they went air heavy against Washington
Yeah.
in the first matchup.
So I mean, I like that play a lot as well.
Okay, I mean, there's a lot of pay up wide receiver spots. I mean,
There's a lot of good in
how
the
can
mix
you not
here
love
as well.
Jamar Chase coming off a bye week with
Yeah.
his quarterback getting healthy and
Yeah.
I mean, he's just Higgins is back, so I'm hoping that Higgins Higgins had that beautiful week 2 and has been literally dirt since. Hoping Higgins does something.
Do you know what Vegas's reception line is for Chase this week?
Like 9?
7.5.
Wow, that's high.
That's high.
Yeah.
What else you like up top at wide receiver since we're
I think there's a lot of good plays just in general. I mean,
so you mentioned you liked a lot of people in the 4,900, 4,800 range. Who else is down?
Kendrick Bourne for the Patriots has been
How much is
7
he?
and 11 targets the last 2 weeks.
How much is he this year?
4,700.
Oh wow. Okay. Good matchup for him too, because they should be forced to throw.
If Lockett's out, Smith and Jigba is 4,300.
Say it.
Smith and Jigba.
No, say the next name.
What do you mean?
Jake Bobo. I mean, that can't staff. Are we just going to forget Jake Bobo's
No,
there?
we
I
cannot
mean,
forget Jake Bobo, the incomparable Jake Bobo.
I mean, I think he's obvious. I think he's a part of the offense now. Period.
He's 3,500, man. I mean,
He might be in my lineup again. But they play Cleveland, right?
Yeah, they play
They do
Cleveland.
play Cleveland. So
Cleveland scares me. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
that guy's jumping over people and blocking extra points. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh
What he's,
my God.
I don't want anything.
Who's
to
that,
do with
Myles
it.
Garrett?
He's like
Myles
the
Garrett,
dude.
yeah.
He's like the dude from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Remember the guy like that
That's
they
why
vandalized his car?
So what? We haven't heard anything about Walker. Walker's for Seattle. He's questionable.
He's questionable.
That's a big one.
Lockett's questionable too.
Wow, Bobo.
Bobo time.
You heard it here first. This podcast or whatever we are,
Forward
YouTube
thinking show.
channel is going to be the Jake Bobo early on Jake Bobo show. Okay?
We've been early on a few guys.
So,
I won't belabor. I just wanted to make a couple comments on receivers.
no, I like it. We filled our receivers pretty fast. I like who we're playing at receiver though.
Yeah, I do.
But I think it's a receiver in the flex. People that I talk to, Kamara's name's coming up that you have to play Kamara. Do you think we have to play Kamara this week?
No.
No. I'm actually starting to want to fall back
Do
in
we have
my.
to play Brees Hall this week?
I love Brees Hall.
These are the running backs' names that are being said.
I like Brees Hall. I was about to say that if we find value in running backs, I actually find with taking downs out and trying to fit St. Brown and AJ.
Well, let's do
And
this.
AJ Brown.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think our lineup. We're gonna have to really find some.
Well, we were at 7,000 right now, so it
so
depends
go
on what
Foreman.
I don't know. I mean, I want to hear what you guys. I'm not. I want
So
to.
let's talk running back. Let's
Yeah.
let's try to do a little transition.
Here's my thing. I don't dislike Josh Downs, but I think I like Taylor a little bit better in that same game.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yes.
Okay, he's really cheap this week.
6,200.
We're not going to get him.
Why are we picking on New Orleans though?
They're at home in the dome.
Yeah.
They look good. I mean, their offense is
Their
running the
team,
ball. They're
Indianapolis,
moving the ball.
for the last few years has been a team that sneakily, consistently scores points, no matter who's playing quarterback for them.
Yeah.
So I heard Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
What did you think of Jonathan Taylor this week? There,
I like it. He had a good week last week. 21 points, 18 attempts.
There's a cheap run back to the Jonathan Taylor. Shaheed or whatever.
Yeah. I've played him a decent amount this year, and seems to come through quite a bit.
He's only 3,900.
They definitely like him in that offense. They look to him. I don't dislike the play.
This will allow us definitely to get St. Brown or A.J. Brown with no matter who we play at running back. Is there a spend up at running back we're wanting to play?
Let me ask you this. would you rather run it back with Thielen, or would you rather play A.J. Brown and the Sun God?
If we can play both of them,
I think if we, depending on who we pick at running back, we could get rid of Downs, keep Thielen, and play both of them.
If we got rid of Downs,
we
play
can.
Taylor, we could play Amon-Ra, and we have 8,500. We could play just about anybody else we wanted.
so if you guys will look up on the screen, I've got Stroud, Taylor, Dell, no run back with Carolina, Shaheed, St. Brown, Schultz, A.J. Brown, Bengals D. Is that anybody that we're
Did
not?
you mention Tank Dell?
Yeah,
Okay.
Tank's in.
I've got 8,500 in the flex is what I've got.
Okay, where am I?
I've got Amon-Ra at 8,200.
Okay,
So receivers are Tank Dell, Amon-Ra, and Shaheed.
Tank Dell.
Amon-Ra and Shaheed.
Okay, so you have AJ in the flex.
I haven't put anybody in the flex
Okay,
yet.
so you have a running back and flex open, right?
And now I've got Taylor and Brees Hall.
Oh, okay. I haven't got Hall in. Okay, that leaves us playing anybody.
And basically, the only guys off the table are McCaffrey and Cooper Kupp and Tyreek.
And we can even go up on defense if we play like
We
AJ.
could. Yeah.
So we put Shaheed in.
Yeah, do you like Shaheed? I like Shaheed. He's a cheap run back, I think, off Taylor, don't you?
Yeah.
What-
Sure.
I think
I
he's.
mean, the other idea is put run back Kamara off Taylor, but it's hard to run back running backs off each other. So who do we like best? This like we get to pick a slate breaker here. Who do we think the slate breaker is? If we think it's Kupp or McCaffrey, we can adjust to try to get him in there.
I don't want to pay $9,000 for Kupp on the road against Dallas. Maybe I'm crazy. Keenan Allen's been very good this year.
I don't want to play banged up Tyreek Hill against New England.
No, I don't either.
No, I'm not on that boat.
I mean,
McCaffrey at 9,200 is tempting.
we could go a little crazy and play Travis Kelce.
I'm not against that.
It's a super good matchup for Kelsey.
He's been just looking so good recently.
So good. He got
just-
24.4 points against Denver last time they played.
He
9
looks
targets.
unstoppable right now.
He does.
I mean, he really does. Like they just like they find ways to get him involved.
I like it. Man, this is tough because there's a lot of good
There
payouts. Like you said, Keenan Allen's due another good game, right?
Yeah.
Kelsey's due. Kelsey, I mean, it's a perfect matchup for Kelsey. I like it.
It is.
So CJ Stroud, Brees Hall, Jonathan Taylor, Tank Dell, Shaheed,
St.
St. Brown, Schultz, Kelsey, Bengals.
I like it.
I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I wish we could get A.J. Brown, but I don't really see how we could do it.
We could. I mean, unless you don't want to play Amon-Ra. I like having that Monday night hammer, and I like they're at home in the dome.
I do like that.
What is your least favorite out of these two running backs?
If I was going to pass on one of the running backs, I'm passing on Taylor, right?
Yeah.
But if Moss is hurt, Taylor's got to be a decent.
That's
player.
true. This is probably best just to leave it.
Yeah. Well, who are you thinking? You want to try to get both of it? You want
I was just trying to see if we could fit,
cheap running back and go
a cheap running back and try to fit A.J. Brown, but this is probably the better way to do
with
it.
Kelsey and St. Brown?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't even know if it's possible, but
I don't. There's not a whole lot of cheap running back play. How much is Foreman this week?
5,500.
That was probably your cheapest
Yeah.
legitimate play. Hubbard's 4,900 if you like Chuba.
oh yeah, Miles Sanders was
Chuba's a run back if you want to play Chuba.
well, Chuba was 48 and Miles Sanders was 49. I think that's the cheapest, like,
Okay.
kind of reliable play.
Let's-
But I'm not
just gonna
trying
look
to.
at it for you. That only loads up 1,500. Who would we be getting off?
Yeah,
of?
I guess it's not possible.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
No, this is a better way to do it.
Now, we like Taylor better than Swift, I assume.
Yep.
We like Taylor better than Pacheco.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just naming some names in that area.
I think Pacheco's gonna have a good game too, though.
If we want,
I mean, he could go down. He likes Gus Edwards, and I mean, the more I think about it, not the worst play.
How much is Gus Edwards?
58.
Oh,
I don't know really who it gets us though.
yeah, I
Who-
like
Yeah, it doesn't save us enough money to
Yeah.
really do anything.
it. All so this allows us if we want to go up from Stroud to Golf, we have St. Brown.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
Oh yeah, we could just. Do you think?
I think Stroud Golf at home against Vegas on the Monday Night Hammer is a little bit better than Stroud on the road.
So you think?
I think it's a little safer. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. So
Same ceiling. They have the same ceiling.
Yeah.
Both quarterbacks have the same ceiling, right? They both could score 30, right? They both have about the same floor. I think safer floor Goff at home.
probably safe. Yeah, definitely safer floor. Unless
I mean, if Goff's
This
going
is
to
last
have a
week.
50, 45 point game, it's going to be this game, right? I mean,
I don't think so.
usually. What do you got? What do you up to you guys?
I mean,
I would vote Goff, but I can play Golf in my lineup.
the only reason why I want to keep it Stroud is it feels like we have more
I like it.
pieces.
Oh, we do have Schultz. Okay, I forgot
Yeah.
we have Schultz. Yes.
Well, but we could also go Mayer on the flip side.
Yep.
I mean,
And now we've got an extra 1,000 to play with.
I like it. We're changing stuff up.
So we
I mean,
get
we could almost even go up to McCaffrey instead of Kelsey.
Oof.
we go to Mayer and then we switch it to Golf. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So Goff, then we switch tight end Mayer, and then now we've got,
And then we could go off of Shaheed and go right back to Downs.
good. That's a possibility. But we're playing Taylor.
Yeah. We could go up to McCaffrey is probably the biggest bump.
Yeah.
I think McCaffrey's going to be. I mean, they're without Debo. Ayuk's banged up. They've got Darnold in the lineup. I wouldn't be surprised if McCaffrey's not taking wildcat snaps halfway through the game, right?
I mean, at worst, he's going to be heavily involved in the offense.
right.
Okay, so get rid of Kelsey, go up to
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
I like it.
And the only difference we made was the tight end
Mm-hmm.
and the flex.
We ran somebody back with Golf and St. Brown. Now, it leaves us 180 minutes on Monday night, which is always important.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Do you think the floor is lower with Mayer and McCaffrey than it is compared to Schultz and Kelsey? Like the least possible points you could make with that pair compared to this pair. Do you know what I mean?
I like Mayer with Garoppolo coming back. I think Mayer's due a touchdown.
Okay.
I'm feeling pretty comfortable with Mayer.
All right.
But that's my lineup too. This is very similar to what my build was, other than I like it though. Thoughts?
I like it. I feel pretty good about it.
I feel good about our running backs. Really good. I like the explosiveness of Amon-Ra on Monday night.
Yep.
I like Goff on Monday night. I mean, I do think this is sort of a coming out party for Detroit, right? It's a they're the only game in town. Everybody's going to be watching them. They got embarrassed last week. They're going to
Yeah, they're going to want to come back and show up.
Yeah.
We got a question here first Randy said one more thing. Browns defense versus Seattle or Lions versus Raiders?
I'm gonna go Browns defense always, especially with Darnold playing. Isn't San Francisco playing? I'm going Browns. What do you guys think? I know Seattle's a popular play this week.
I'd probably go
Or Lions versus Raiders. Those are three good options there, buddy.
I would lean Browns defense.
Yeah.
Me too.
And we got another one, Chaka. Would you trade Lamar and Thielen for Tyreek Hill and Metcalf? I think any
Lamar.
trade that involves Tyreek Hill, the answer is yes.
No, not necessarily. I would have to see rosters on this one to fully. He has Dak as his backup quarterback, so he's going down from Lamar to Dak, giving up Thielen, and getting Tyreek Hill and Metcalf. Man, a healthy Metcalf, that's a for sure, right?
Right.
We of us would have to think that Thielen might have peaked so far, right?
I think you're selling him on the absolute high ceiling.
Yeah, I would do that. Lamar and Thielen for Tyreek Hill and Metcalf.
Plus, you can stream quarterbacks. I think you
Yeah.
can find quarterbacks on the waivers for week to
Especially if it's just a one quarterback league.
week. Right.
I like it.
I would do it. I'd pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Me too.
Because getting that the
You
kind of
you're-
points that
you're
Hill
gonna get
gets
some
you.
super alphas at wide receiver.
Yes.
That if healthy in the playoffs, you just might be putting poundings on some teams.
Like what Lamar can do is easier to find if
It's
you're
not-
only playing one quarterback. But what
It's not that far off from what points. I mean, Lamar hit his ceiling last week, but Prescott's a good 25 point.
Yeah.
I mean,
It-
I'd do it. I think it's a no-brainer.
yeah, I think it's
Fire it.
I think it's a good
Okay,
trade.
so let's talk. We built a lineup. We built it pretty fast. I think we have some time if we were trying to make this show about an hour.
Yep,
Where we at?
we're at like 55 minutes.
Perfect. Let's talk slate breakers, freaks of the week, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Let's guys who are who's gonna boom it? Who's gonna break the slate? Who do you have to have? Foreman was last week. I mean, you guys
Mhm.
were all over that. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I think both of you had that, right?
Yeah.
So Foreman, or you could argue even Mahomes a little, right? Broke the slate a little bit, right? Juice. Anybody
Yeah.
else we want last week broke the slate? Tyreek. I mean, Sunday night game.
Travis Kelsey, 38
Travis,
fantasy
Yeah, okay.
points.
So the Mahomes Kelsey stack broke the slate.
Yeah.
With Foreman having, if you're playing tournament, you have to have those three: Foreman, Mahomes, and Kelsey, right?
Yeah.
So you guys mentioned all that last week. I think you guys made fun of me about Kelsey last week. I think I picked Kelsey last week, didn't I?
You did.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't
Coulda
know.
happened.
We never made fun of Kelsey, though.
No.
I think we said I say Kelsey a lot. I think we said that.
Last
Okay.
couple weeks, you should be saying him a
Let's,
lot.
one more time. Who's gonna? That's a good one. It's a really good one. Go,
Regardless
Jared.
of price.
Of course, regardless of price.
Considering the situation, I think
And we're in talk Sunday, Monday, so you can include Monday if you want.
I think it might be McCaffrey.
I think based on the situation, McCaffrey's a good guess. Like I said, they could be joining the Wildcat by the second quarter. Right?
Yeah.
Like
That'd be awesome.
if he has like 40, I want to see him have 40 carries.
Have we ever seen that? I think Derrick Henry had like 35
He's
one
on
game.
16 straight touchdown games, right?
Yeah, 16.
So we're gonna, you know, he's gonna get touchdown. Okay,
Yeah.
Juice.
Let's not jinx him.
Hold on, you want me to say mine first, or do you want to say yours
Yeah,
first?
go.
I'm gonna go. If we're going full slate, I think St. Brown gets like 20 targets.
And he's in our lineup.
We've
Yeah.
got both those.
Okay.
If
Right.
that's true, we're sitting pretty.
I'm liking it. Those are the two I like. Okay. What about you?
I'm going to make it the trifecta.
Say Brees Hall.
I think Brees Hall is going to just absolutely go off this
Wow, $5,900 Brees Hall. So I'm noticing that Rays League. Well, there was a lot of bye weeks last week, so that changed things. But we're now seeing some train action, right? We're seeing heavy lineup ownership. I think we saw some 70% last week. Who was
Yeah.
70%? I can't remember.
I can check real quick.
Yeah, let's see. Let's talk about ownership in Rays League because I think it's getting a little bit
More savvy.
more combined. Like I think it's getting higher. Like a lot of the same plays are getting played. We talked about our three lineups in Rays League, and we all had similar plays, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you there?
No, DraftKings crashed. I'm pulling it up now.
Great.
I got it. I'm almost there.
Yes,
Who do you
I-
got tomorrow? OU Kansas.
Oh man, what a good game! Is that at OU? Why aren't we
It's in
going?
Kansas.
Oh, that's why we're not going.
You know, it's not working. Juice.
Is it
Gonna
11
pull it up.
o'clock game?
It is.
Where are we watching it? My dad's in the Caymans.
Welcome to come over.
I mean, what are you cooking for me? I haven't heard the menu yet.
I can put something together.
Okay.
Let's see. Mayer was 33% owned.
Was that the
last week
highest?
in Rays? Yeah.
Okay.
Kenneth Walker was 31% owned.
Okay. So maybe it was the week before. I think
Pacheco was 37.5.
that's pretty high. There we
Pretty
go.
high. I think they're all pretty high. 33%. You know.
Yeah. So
I don't
people are definitely listening,
Yeah.
right? People are listening to what the industries are saying.
Tyreek was a third owned, 33% owned.
AJ Brown was pretty high owned,
No,
like 20.
23%.
Yeah, 20.
Not bad.
Anything over 20 is high.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fourth of the teams, but pretty much, right?
Yeah.
See that quick math? over there?
That's some good quick math.
Okay. So, who do you think is going to be in Rays League where it's going to be the high percentage this week? Probably, I think Brees Hall is going to be the highest.
I think C.J. Stroud's going to be very highly owned.
I think
there's
I
a
think
lot of steam that's going there.
I think there's going to be a lot of Mahomes played this week.
Could be.
I think there's going to be a lot of Hurts played this week.
Yep.
I think there's going to be a lot of golf played this week, and I think there's going to be a lot of golf. But people don't like Monday night in that league.
Mm-mm.
Have we noticed that? I bet we played the high. Well, this week it was a little bit higher because of Tyreek.
Toby usually likes Monday night.
Yes, well, we
Yes.
all play Monday night, but I noticed that most of the people we playing are probably playing a lot of main slate type of tournaments and are just using their main slate lineups.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Monday
I
action.
think a lot of people just kind of forget about the Sunday night and Monday night
Well,
games.
I think they're all playing main slate
Yeah,
type
yeah.
tournaments,
Yeah.
and
I
thus,
think you're right.
we're not seeing the ownership in the Monday night games. Yes, Toby likes Monday night. I like Monday night. I believe in Monday night, but Sunday night has gotten to the point where a lot of these games are boring. So I
Yeah,
don't
it's
believe
happened
in
pretty
Sunday night.
often this year.
Okay, so we didn't talk a whole lot. I don't think there's a whole lot of cheap plays this week. Who's the favorite cheap play this week? How do you? We saved money with Shaheed, so that one's obviously 3,900, and Mayer at 2,900, and Bingles D. Where else can you save some money?
So you might laugh at me for this one,
Probably.
but I think it's about time. I think Odell Beckham is a good play this week.
How much is Beckham?
3,800. He had 7 targets last week, 5 receptions for 48 yards, 9.9 fantasy points.
Just not a big fan of the receivers for Baltimore.
He, I think, was the second most targeted on his team.
Wow, second most targeted on the team for a team that has a running quarterback.
Their quarterback threw 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
So, actually,
Yeah, two of
let's
them
see.
went to the tight end.
2 of them went to the tight end. That's true. Mark Andrews had.
Didn't you mention one of them went to the running back?
One of them went. No, that was just a long pass. He didn't make the
okay.
end zone. But he had 27 passing attempts last week. Lamar
Okay.
Jackson.
Okay, I like it. What about you, Juice? You got a cheap play?
Jalen Hyatt at 3,100.
He's almost free.
He's almost free. He's gotten 4 and 5 targets the last 2 weeks.
He could go for a long one.
You can always take one of the house. If you want to roll the dice on a Kansas City receiver, MVS or Sky Moore, they're dirt cheap.
Moore, there's no reason to play Sky Moore at this point. Come on, he's not getting any targets. He's not. They don't run end zone plays for him. I'm giving up on Sky Moore.
Here's a guy I played
I
last week.
really like Rashid Rice, but
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, he's getting more and more involved.
I think they're pricing him up. I mean, I think he's coming the new clear number 2 now.
Yes, I agree.
At the beginning, before the football season started, everyone thought that Kadarius Toney was going to be the guy there.
He's a gimmick play. They run a lot of end zone stuff for him. That's why I'm thinking Sky Moore's dirt, because they don't have a role for him really. They got a role for everybody else.
And they just got Hardman back, and
And everybody seems to love him. I mean, Kelsey's
Yeah.
partying with him, and him and Swift are partying with him and his wife, and Mahomes they love him, some Hardman.
Yep.
That's weird. The Jets didn't use him for shit.
no, they just released him.
My favorite play, just so I can say it, cheap dirt play. Do I need to say it?
Bobo.
Yeah, right. Bobo. Come on, guys. Metcalf's out. I mean, if you guys aren't locking Bobo in, if Metcalf's out, I don't know what we're doing here. But Smith and Jigba is another.
Yeah,
He's still pretty cheap, right?
There's a guy that I played last week in Ray's league that, 3,200 Brandon Powell for the Vikings.
Yeah, he ended up cleaning up in dirt time,
Yeah,
right?
he
had-
did.
He got double-digit
He did.
points.
I mean-
I'll take that. You know.
Yeah.
He's had 4, 5, and 6 targets the last 3 weeks.
There we go. How much is he this week?
3,200.
There's some
Pretty
dirt
cheap.
for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get those McCaffrey lineups in. There's
Yep.
some dirt for you right there.
Yeah.
Perfect studs and duds.
This is a rare week when Tyreek. We must be scared that Tyreek's hurt because Tyreek's name wasn't mentioned.
Well, the other reason is it's New England, and Bill Belichick tends to just knock out the top
he only
dude.
had 4 for 54 and a touchdown last time they played or something.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't a
One of his
blowout,
lower output games.
Yeah.
For sure.
but that just makes me scared of him, right? But
Yeah.
I think he's really hurt. So I think that I'm a little nervous about Miami with Waddle. I think Waddle's banged up, and I think Hill's banged up. We'll see just how good they are. Mostert's banged up, so I'm a little bit nervous that Miami's going to take a dip here for a couple games.
Another name at tight end that's kind of cheap, Trey McBride at 2,800. 3, 5, and 6 targets the last 3 weeks, and they have officially put Ertz on the IR for the rest of the year. So he
Wow.
should get an expanded workload.
McBride is okay. He's the dude now.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think good show.
Yeah.
Can I say it?
Yeah, we did it.
It didn't freeze, right?
Didn't freeze.
And I didn't know it. Okay, this is one we can drop and rate. Let's drop this one. Okay,
absolutely,
let's get
yeah.
this one chopped up. Sorry about the shorts. I think Julio and I both missed our shorts
We
this
did.
week.
Yeah, you both, and last week, both of you.
We're supposed to pay fines for this. We got to get Julio's head out of the NBA so we can get our shorts back.
I know.
It's not fun to tease you about your blow up of the week when he doesn't blow up if you don't do a blow up of the week. But
I know. I will for sure have one this week.
I'll try to do it. Maybe I can get a prop till you drop before Sunday. And
Sure.
we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, I'm not even sure if I have time to do it, but we
Yeah,
could
I mean,
try
that's
still.
He's busy, man. Busy man.
On Sundays, but on Thursdays, I can make it. I can make anything work.
Okay,
I
guys.
feel an explosion coming on this week.
Nice. I like
For our
that.
team lineup, show lineup. Nice. I like
I
it.
feel like we're gonna start turning the corner here.
There's one year where, I think it was 2 years ago, where one of our wide receivers caught a huge pass, and it was so huge that Juice had to call me and just say, "Did you see that pass?"
Yeah, we need one of those, right?
And we got
need
like
that.
third overall in the entire
need-
entire thing.
But we cleaned up in the playoffs one year too.
Yeah, you and Matt did. I wasn't a part of that one.
Let's talk about top of Rays League. Guardy and Brett are our loyal listeners that are fighting to be in the top 5 in Rays League. Sorry, guys, who I don't know to give you props of the guys that are doing well, but we don't have the top 5, do we?
No, I don't-
It's
I
on
don't have it.
Facebook, not on DraftKings.
And it's just it's not listed in top 5. It's
oh,
just
it's not
like
listed in the top 5.
no, it's like just a document showing everyone's. I mean,
I
the
thought
top
they
5
did.
was there in the last one.
I know
Yeah,
Brett's
no,
in the
I'm
top 5, so congrats, Brett. We'll call you out for
Good
this
job.
week. Good job. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. We're not in the top 5. Hopefully, we are.
I
This
did
week.
almost jinx the Sooners last week though. 'Cause
Yeah,
I said how good
what
they
did I tell you that
They
they're?
won, but they won.
But they have a bad loss in them, right? Come on, they've got one of them in this. You want to know where they're going to lose? You want again here first?
Sure.
They're going to lose at BYU. Boom.
Hope you're wrong.
They are, man. Suddenly their offense isn't going to be able to work. They're going to lose like 17-14.
Hope you're wrong.
I hope I am too. But I think one loss could maybe get them in if they win the Big 12 championship.
See you next week.
See ya.
Later, guys.
Bye. Good show.
Yeah, those are best.